Jane Brumpton, are you as confident as the Minister that this can be delivered on time?
Well, obviously we know that it is an unprecedented expansion that's happening across Scotland, and we support, in excess of 1,200 members nationally across Scotland, and predominantly the private and the voluntary sector settings that we support are raising concerns around the requirement for having an increased workforce, the ability for them to retain high quality staff, and for the ability for them to be sustainable moving forward with the expansion to the 1140 hours. But in essence, the most important thing is really that Early Years Scotland, our board of directors and our staff, support the government's aspiration for this expansion, and we know that when children are supported in their earliest years, that's a strong predictor for positive outcomes later in life.
Do you think Audit Scotland's right to express this concern at this stage so it can be flagged up and perhaps dealt with over the next 2 or 3 years?
Well, absolutely. I mean, these are valid concerns, and we do work closely with the government to raise those concerns, and we consult with our members regularly. So I think there are challenges and hurdles to overcome, but I think ultimately it will be worth it in the end. It will be worth it to support Scotland's youngest children.
How will it be worth it? What benefits will this deliver to kids and their parents?
Absolutely. Well, we know there's a plethora of international research and UK research that indicates that in terms of children's early brain development, it's so important that they experience high quality nursery provision delivered by highly qualified and trained and committed staff. And we know that across Scotland we do have a really committed workforce in our early years establishments. So we know there's a direct correlation between high quality nursery provision and children having better outcomes and helping to narrow the attainment gap, the pervasive attainment gap in Scotland.
Are we training and recruiting enough staff to fill these jobs that we're going to be creating? Up to 12,000, the council say, at least 6 or 8,000 the government say.
That's correct. There is a high volume of staff required, and we're actually supporting the government with that expansion. We had an event recently in partnership with Skills Development Scotland and Media Scotland, and we were encouraging and hoping to attract a wide, diverse range.
Are you getting people though?
We definitely are. And we're doing as much as we can to support that and encourage, because working in early years is one of the best jobs to be involved in.
And will it help close the attainment gap that we hear so much about?
Yes, I absolutely think so, because we know that before a child starts school, there's a huge gap between what an advantaged child has as opposed to a child experiencing disadvantage. So we know that there can be an 11 to 18 month gap by the time a child starts school. So that early intervention, that early investment in our youngest children is so critical, because children, they are our future in Scotland, and it's our responsibility to ensure that they all have an equal start in life and that they're not starting school being disadvantaged.
Jane Brumpton, thanks for joining us in Scotland Tonight.
Thank you.